Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast collection with our channel. Here is the Monster Jam Avenger by Spin Master. This is part of the Monster Jam Mini series number 16. The Avenger is all gold. It has a gold body, gold roll cage, and gold wheels. The reason that the Avenger appears to be all gold in this version because this is one of the chase models in series number 16 of the Monster Jam Mini, done by Spin Master. I got this from this pack. This Monster Jam tire looking plastic bag. It's a blind bag that I think it still retains the format from the original first release, I guess, and the earlier releases. This Avenger is a first in my collection, and being a first version in my collection, it's one of the smallest ones because this is a Monster Jam Mini. The next larger version of this is the 1/64 scale version. This is my first, and I think I remember from the pegs that I saw and even online that the Avenger has a green color on the body, but this time it's all gold, being a chase variant. I like the color gold, and the designers managed to make the Avenger more golden in this series number 16 release. It retains some of the details, the bigger version of the Avenger to make it look like the Avenger, but there are other details that have been omitted to make this model possible in this smaller version. We're gonna check the Avenger, starting in the front. The Avenger has a painted grille that I like. They added a paint design in the front, but I guess the only paint design is in the grille. Yes, you can see here. On the top, there are other paint designs, but I'm not gonna treat it as part of the front because it's not facing towards us directly, unlike the paint design in the grille. The grille has these details as well in the center. It has these mesh pattern with the signal lights, I guess, on the sides. There are also casting details in the bottom to mimic the roll cage and the suspension as well. Let's look at the left side of the Avenger. Here we get more paint designs on the fenders and the door. It has the name of the Avenger in the door with the mascot, the body and head at the back fender, with the flame that I assume this is the body of the mascot, similar here at the back. The details of the suspension and the exhaust are still here, just like the other Monster Jam Mini, and I like it that they retain these details from the larger scale version of this model. Here is the right side of the Avenger. It has still the same paint design, black paint for the mascot flame, the Avenger text logo. I'm gonna have to tilt this angle a little bit because the light is shining over here. I hope you can see it. And this one, I think this is the body of another mascot. The mascot here has a head, but this one does not have any head because I think, this is just me, if you turn the vehicle, you're gonna see the front of the Avenger vehicle. So I'm assuming that this is the head that is being represented by this body, and that's pretty cool. Like the left side, the suspension, the exhaust, and even the Monster Jam logo is in the center, retained. The wheels contains lots of rivets and the text logo as well. If you look at it, there aren't any plastic inserts on the window. I guess in the larger version of the Avenger, there's this window in the front in the form of a clear plastic, Maybe it's tinted, but it does not have any for the smaller model. And I guess it's for cost savings, or maybe the model is very small to include a plastic window for this. At the back, we don't have any paint design. If you're seeing these silver color, it's just a reflection of the light. Unlike here in the front, in the grille, it has a paint design on the grille that you can distinguish from the body. It has details at the back. I guess these are for the brake lights. Similar in the front. There are details for the chassis and suspension. Not really sure what this is. Maybe, I think in the larger version, this is for the suspension as well. Because I remember that on the top of this protrusion at the back lies the engine detail. Yeah, the rotary mechanism casting. Let's look at the full top of the Avenger. For the top, you just do this. Here is the front face of the mascot that has the body in the form of the flame. It's thicker. It has these flame details. Very similar on the sides, but now they're combined to make this thicker paint striping flames. But it fades and disappears, does not continue at the back. We get to see some details of the supposedly engine, but it's in the form of this large block. Here's the interior of the Avenger. Unlike the larger scale model of the Avenger, there's a casting detail for the driver, but in the smaller model, we only get to see a block. That is an extension of the engine, the chassis, and towards the driver's area, it's just a block. It would have been great if they added a paint design in the center of the driver to make it look like there's someone driving the vehicle, but that could be, I hope, included in the next versions of the Monster Jam Mini. Let's take a look at the bottom of the Avenger. The center panel has a different shade of gold compared to the sides of the panel, because what you can see here, based on my observation, the center panel is made of metal. I did a touch test and confirmed that this one's a bit colder compared to the plastic parts. You can see here on the sides of the panel, it's made of this rather lighter gold, but the panel itself is made into this metallic darker gold. There's a screw in the center. That is, you can switch the chassis and body if you want to make a custom truck. This is all plastic, by the way, on the wheels, just like the other Monster Jam Mini. There are even gaps on it, since this is a smaller scale model. Mostly plastic, and the only metal part that I can see is the center panel. The feature that has been retained from the larger scale version of the Avenger Monster Jam truck into the smaller version is the moving wheels up and down, so you can post it wherein the back wheel can be angled, and then you can also do that in the front wheel. There's a little wiggle room, just like the larger scale version, but the wiggle room is kind of smaller for this version. I also observed that the Avenger is made of a muscle car on the top, and since this is a muscle car turned into a monster truck, I can say that this Avenger is actually a muscle monster truck, or a muscle Monster Jam truck. This ends my video art on the Avenger Monster Jam Mini Edition by Spin Master. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.